And so that's just a brief, kind of what we were thinking about doing so far, and then putting in a little bit more information, but not too different from the actual website,
Okay.
but just to get another page.
Okay.
So if you're ready, like I said, I have 6 questions I'd like to ask.
Sure.
So the first one is, I noticed in your mission, your mission is to inspire community collaboration. Could you elaborate on how you try to achieve that on a day-to-day level?
Sure. So our community collaboration here in Fairbanks and with Stone Soup means working with our strategic partners, which are other organizations here in the community, as well as community members themselves. And so on a day-to-day basis, we have, when talking about our strategic partners, we have other organizations like the Food Bank, like Fairbanks Memorial Hospital, and other organizations that donate food. They donate quite a bit of what we use in our kitchen to feed the guests that come to our cafe. We also have quite a number of volunteers that come to help us on a given day. We typically have between 6 and 7 volunteers that come in to volunteer in the kitchen, and they help make the meals as well as clean up. And then we have various groups of volunteers that come in from different programs, whether that could be JROTC folks, it could be other high school groups, it could be church groups, a variety of families, a variety of different groups. So there's a lot. There takes a lot of community collaboration for us to be able to do our mission. So if Hannah wants to elaborate.
Yeah. Also, with the as Ed explained with the cafe, that takes a lot of people to get that going every day that we do it. But then as well with the Stone's Throw culinary job training program, with that we collaborate with like Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, as well as the Department of Labor, and a number of other statewide organizations which help us find clients, find funding for them also. It's a big part of what we do is try not to have people pay for our services. If we can get that built up from the community and other facilities, which is really, really fantastic to work with those people, as well as Tanana Chiefs and a number of the other tribal councils will help us out as well.
Yeah, I saw the Stone's Throw, and that really interested me. That sounds awesome. Where did that idea come from?
It is part of, it came from an idea called Catalyst Kitchens, which is a nationwide job training program. And it's sort of like a franchise where individual places then have the way that they operate in a fashion, but it's under this sort of auspice of here's a really great way. And they come up, and that's through Fair Start, F-A-R-E, and they do a lot of like the paperwork and the...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fair Start itself is based in Seattle, and it built a model on how to bring about job training from a culinary standpoint for those from among the population that they serve. So the individuals that are part of our Stone's Throw program were and in some cases still are individuals who use our cafe, and are facing a lot of the same issues as our other guests, and so, but it provides them a way to learn job skills, both technical, such as in the kitchen, but also soft skills, such as interviewing, resume writing, and things that help them navigate life a bit better and become a productive member of the community.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And then, so my next question was, what are the requirements to come here and eat at Stone Soup Cafe? And do you guys ever find people abuse the system, or is that not a concern?
It's really not. There's no requirements to come and eat here because we have folks that come. Most of the folks that come here, they are homeless. They are, they really do have nothing. But we do have some folks who, they come here and they might not have much, but they might have a place. They do have a place to stay. But for us, we want to be able to provide a hot meal for the folks who need it, and we don't discriminate as to who that is. And so, you'll have really wide variety of folks that come in to have a meal. And as far as the system being abused, really, it's not. We want to make sure that we're providing those meals, and if somebody else has more and they have food at home, but they still come here, our mission is to make sure that we feed everyone that comes through our door, everybody, and you're going to find that the vast majority of people that come through our doors are well-meaning. They're just looking to get out of the cold. They're looking for a hot meal in a place that people are going to treat them with dignity and respect. And that is exactly what we strive to do.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, so I saw that you guys offer a kids cafe on the third Saturday of every month to allow entire families to come in and volunteer. Have you noticed a substantial change since you've started offering that? Has that brought in a lot more families or brought in a lot more volunteers?
It's busy. Kids Cafe is popular. They really enjoy it. Because you don't just drop off your kids, so it's a family event.
Yeah.
Everyone comes and does this. In the summertime, they'll harvest through the garden, and then they just help prepare meals with our chef. Our daily chef here comes in and shows kids how to learn that, and then everyone has a lunch together. They make these really great little cards, for the next day for the guests to come in and find it. It's really great. But there's only so many spaces we can take in that, just due to population-wise. But people are interested.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've noticed. I've driven by that the garden all the time because I work over at the fire department. So so we see that all the time. How does that work? Do you guys? How long have you guys been doing that? Is that something that's been going on for years, or?
It was relatively new. Last year, I believe, was the first year, and this year we more than doubled the space, thanks again to the Fairbanks Memorial Hospital giving us a crazy lease for $1 a year or whatever it is. They donate that space to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And thanks to the firefighters who came to help us lift the roof recently. They saw us struggling out there. We're not quite tall enough to put the roof up. And they came running over and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely no problem. So for both of you guys, I guess just an individual question, what drove you to start working with the Stone Soup Cafe?
Well, just known about it for ages. The place has an excellent reputation, so I was just looking to work in a nonprofit that does palpable good in this town, change that you can see happening. It's doing a good thing for a good cause, and it's with really great people, so I just saw that it came open and applied. And
awesome.
Because I wanted the job.
For me, I've worked in nonprofits for a while, and people, the more people are able to believe in the cause that they do, the more they're able to do beyond what they think they're capable of. And a place like Stone Soup and Stone's Throw and our garden, and Kids Cafe, these are things that address a very real issue in the community, and it's giving to those and taking care of those that have very little to nothing. And I think that the best community organizations are ones that truly inspire people to be community, and this is community. Breaking bread is a very common term for creating community, and so I think that for me it's to see a place like this that can build that community, that brings people here in Fairbanks, regardless of income, regardless of where they're from, whether they're like me and they've been here in Fairbanks for 2 weeks, or or they've been in Fairbanks for their entire life. That it creates that, and for me, that's what drew me here.
Okay, awesome. And then just the last one, is there anything in particular that you'd want the Wikipedia page to convey?
I wonder if any stats, Hannah, that we have.
Yeah, it would be great if we could get you some roundish numbers.
Okay. Absolutely.
That we serve thousands of meals every month, which is true.
Yeah.
But we don't need specific month-by-month numbers, but that is about something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think annually we do somewhere close to around 25,000 meals.
Is that including
Yeah.
housing first?
Yes, I believe so. I know last year's numbers were right around there. It was just around around 25,000 meals served, both in our cafe as well as we do. We bring meals to Housing First here in Fairbanks as well.
Plus, this year we did the summer food service program over at Birch Park.
You're right. So
That
it
was a
might,
bunch.
yeah. So it might even be higher. I mean, we have tens of thousands of meals.
Yes.
You know, there we go.
We have tens of thousands of meals every year.
Served
Yeah.
every year, with thousands of volunteer hours put in. You know, from all across Fairbanks, and it's just an amazing commitment of community. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I can leave you guys my email if you
Yeah.
want.